Hello YouTube, it's day 11 of my speaking challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about myself. Let's talk about me. Let's introduce myself. My name is Kenny. I was born and raised in Malaysia and I went to school here. I went to college here. I graduated college in the state of Tennessee, and my favorite food is fried rice, and in particular pineapple fried rice, and I'm about to go eat that for dinner later. I like to play basketball. It's my favorite sport. I do play FIFA and FC now, FC 25. I do play that a lot, almost every day, a few games a day, nothing too crazy. I also like to play Ghost of Tsushima. When it was out, I played for like 2 years. I love my family. I have a brother and 2 stepbrothers, and I was born in Malaysia and raised by my grandparents. I go back to Malaysia maybe 3 times, like once every 3 years. I live in America. I want to be a content creator. That's my dream. I want to be able to live off of content, but I do accounting work now. I went to school for linguistics. I speak Cantonese, Mandarin, Hakka, Japanese, Spanish, and English. My Japanese and Spanish is very rusty. I need about 3 months for me to get back to fluent, and there's just not really a reason for me to be able to speak Japanese right now unless I move to the country. And same with Spanish. Like, it's not like I need to speak Spanish in America in order to survive. My English, I would say, is pretty fluent. I'm able to communicate. I graduated college, using English. So yeah, growing up in Malaysia was great. I came to the state when I was 17. I would say it's a big culture shock, and English was really bad, really broken. And I use TV. I watch a lot of TV in order to improve my English. I watch TV with subtitles in order to learn English. I feel like that's the best way to learn, is to be able to watch TV, listen to the radio, and live in the country that is proven to be the most effective way to learn a language. Is immersion. In 3 months, you will be able to be fluent in that language, to read the dictionary, read anything you can in that language, and to study and also watch TV with the subtitle on, so you know what words, like the lexicon and everything that they use, and also learn the way the local is speaking. So when I was here, I remember like my high school mate will show me like the slang, like what's up, wait up, hold on, like all these like words that they use every day, and I would learn them. And of course, having a girlfriend help. Having a girlfriend that speak English help. All of my girlfriends when I was in high school and college all speak English. I don't have any girlfriend that speak Chinese. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Comment down below, ask me any question that you want to know about me, and I'll answer in the next video. And culture shock is real. I learned that America, the educational system is not that advanced. It's not that hard. Everything is so easy. Like, I barely study and I got straight A's. And in Malaysia, I am the worst student. I was the worst student ever. Everything is in red. Like, if anything that is not above 40 is red, is F. Everything above 40 is a D. 40 to 60 is a D. And then 60 to like 70 is a C. 70 to like 80 is a B. And 80 to 100 is A. So if you get above 80 is A. But here in America, it's 93 to 100 is an A. But I always get A. And I had to go to ESL, which is English Second Language course. In high school, I went to ESL for like 3 years. So I had to study all of the subject, biology, chemistry, algebra, all of that, English. And then I have an extra class, it's called the ESL, English Second Language class. Basically like extra English class, like that teach you the American way to learn English, American way to speak English and stuff like that. I was in that all throughout high school, all my 3-year high school. So I was 17 when I come to the state, and I immediately went to high school. And usually age 17, like you graduate high school, but because my English was so bad and all of my grade from Malaysia transfer here, it was so bad, barely anything passing, So I got held back 2 years. I'm not ashamed to say that, but I did get held back 2 years. I went to high school here and it was great. The high school experience was great. You know, like everything was so easy, free lunch, friends, you know. I was having a hard time to make friends, not gonna lie, but I do have friends and I learned a lot. I learned about fashion, learned about, you know, girls and boys and, you know, like what they like, different groups in high school. We have that in Malaysia too, not gonna lie, you know, we have that in Malaysia too. People that play basketball, people that want to be a gangster, people that ride motorcycle, people that smoke, you know. In America is the same thing, you know. You have the band, you have the ROTC, you have the nerd, you have the cheerleader, you know, like it's the same thing, really. But I enjoy high school here, even though I got held back 2 years. It was cool. Graduated high school and went to college. And college is a different beast, you know. I was living at home most of the time. I moved out. I do move out though. I did move out. And I did move back to Malaysia for like 2 years to study yoga. But that's for another video. But let's talk about the culture differences. Like the culture differences in Malaysia and here is pretty different. It's pretty different, you know. In Malaysia, the Asian culture, this is why I noticed. Because I came here when I was 17 and then soon after I turned 18, right? And then I realized that in America, when you turn 18, you need to go out. You need to get out of the house. Like your parents gonna kick you out, you know what I mean? Like your parents gonna like go somewhere. Like that's the culture here in America. But in Malaysia, like you can be 40 years old, 45 years old. My uncle is like 47 years old, still live at home because he hasn't got married yet, you know? Like that's so normal in Asia, you know? As long as you are not married, you stay with the parents. You know, making money and all that, you still stay with the parents. But as soon as you get married though, like you're out with your wife, you know what I mean? But here in America, as soon as you turn 18, independent, get out of the house. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sure, it teaches the kid independent, but do you know how much your kid is gonna struggle when you turn 18? Sure, like if you go to college, that's a different story. You get full ride, you live on campus for 4 years and stuff like that. It teaches you independence. But what if your kids don't go to college? You know, you just kick them out like that. Like they have to work to pay rent. Do you know how much rent costs here? Easily $1,500 a month for a studio. You know, if you live in California, it's like $2,500 for a studio. How hard is for 18-year-old to just go out and do that? I'm not sure if it's still like that now though, now that the economy like that, inflation and all that. And you know, like how like 18-year-old is so easy to make money online, cryptocurrency and drop shipping and all that. I've heard stories, you know, like 17-year-old, 18-year-old making 5-figure a month, you know, like those kind of stories are everywhere nowadays. But how many percent of American 18-year-old are actually doing that? That's another thing. I do admire these young cats that are able to make this kind of money. I'm trying to learn, you know, so when I'm in my 40s, 50s, I'll be able to, you know, live off internet money instead of going to clock into a job, you know. Yeah, that's the culture differences, one of the biggest culture differences. And another thing is the food. American food sucks. Like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. American food sucks, bro. Like, yo, pasta, I love that's to the extent of it. You have your Mexican food, you have your Greek food, you have your Asian food here. It's cool. In Asia, we have that times 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, we have so many varieties of every ethnicity. You have the food, you have restaurant everywhere. And not no chain, you know, chain restaurant. Arby's and, you know, like Applebee's and, you know, all this, I don't know. The food are not good. The food's not good here. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, my taste bud changed so much when I came to the state. Like, I have a hard time with the food. Because in Malaysia, I can go out at 11 p.m. and get some bomb food off the street. Like, it costs nothing. It costs less than $5. I eat until I throw up. You know what I mean? Like, so easy, so good, so tasty. And over here, before COVID, not 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, everything closed, right? After COVID, bro, like 7 o'clock, they're closing. 9 o'clock. Bro, Australia, everything closed 4:30. 6 o'clock, everything closed. Like, all the restaurant, 6 o'clock closed. Like, come on now. People gotta eat. Like, what you gonna do? Go home and cook. Like, that's the other biggest culture differences versus Asian versus the Westerner. It's just different here. I mean, it's cool. Like, America, not gonna lie, the only thing that's good is the currency is high. That's it. Like, you bring USD anywhere in the world, your money stretch. Your money can stretch really, really far. That's the only thing that's good about it, in my opinion. And of course, the people, but to be honest though, people, you have good people, bad people everywhere. It just depends on your circle, like who you'll be around. That's one of the universal thing all across the board. But as far as culture differences, the food and once you turn 18, that's one of the biggest cultural differences. I couldn't really think of anything else at the moment. The weather is nice. And yeah, another thing. Over here, I'm not sure if it's like the globe or like the way America is geographically located. I felt like the star and the moon are so much closer. Like it's so much clearer, closer, like it's beautiful. But when I go to the other side of the world, like say Malaysia, I look up in the sky, the moon and the star and everything is so far away. Like it's so like If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. Give me the like. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm serious. I'm not tripping. Over here, like at night, you look up, you can see the stars. Really like it felt a little bit closer. In the state, in Malaysia, so far away. Like you can barely see it, type of deal. That's another big differences that I realized. I noticed. But yeah. That's it for today's video. Thank you for listening for so far. I just want to practice speaking in front of the camera. And today's day 11. Thank you for sticking with me all this time. The content is going to get better and better because right now is no script. I just turn on the camera and just start recording and just start talking about what's on my mind. And no script. I want to be a very prominent figure. I want to represent my people and put content out so that kids that look like me can look up to my video and be inspired. That's my ultimate goal on YouTube. And eventually I want to be able to stream. Eventually I want to be able, thank you for the like, thank you for your time. I love you, God loves you. Until the next one, I see you next time.